In the annals of economic history, few events have left as indelible a mark as the Great Depression of the 1930s. A period marked by widespread unemployment, poverty, and despair, it stands as a stark reminder of the catastrophic consequences that can arise from unchecked economic turmoil. But now, as the world finds itself grappling with a confluence of global challenges, a foreboding whisper begins to circulate among economists and experts, an ominous prediction that sends shivers down the spine of financial markets and policymakers alike. Brace yourselves, for there are those who dare to proclaim that what lies ahead has the potential to eclipse even the darkest days of the Great Depression. The specter of a new era of economic adversity looms on the horizon, stirring fears of a crisis that could be, without exaggeration, worse than the Great Depression. Before I dive in, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications for this channel. There are valuable videos on this topic that you won't want to miss. Let's get started. Here are valuable points to consider concerning the Great Depression. 1. Long-term consequences of low interest rates and quantitative easing. Prolonged periods of ultra-low interest rates and extensive quantitative easing, large-scale asset purchases by central banks, create an environment where borrowing is cheap and savings are less rewarding. This can lead to excessive borrowing and asset price bubbles. You can take advantage of low borrowing costs to finance investments in assets like real estate or education. You can secure favorable terms for mortgages or loans to fund growth-oriented endeavors. 2. Comparisons to the Great Depression. Schiff suggests that the economic challenges ahead might surpass the Great Depression. In such a scenario, individuals who have diversified their investments can potentially benefit from assets that tend to perform well during inflationary periods, such as commodities like gold and silver. 3. Bubbles and vulnerabilities in the economy. Prolonged low interest rates can lead to asset bubbles and high levels of debt in various sectors, making these areas vulnerable to economic shocks. Being aware of potential bubbles allows you to make informed investment decisions. Avoiding over-leveraging and diversifying one's investment portfolio can help mitigate risks during economic downturns. 4. Impacts on banks and corporations. Banks and corporations heavily reliant on borrowed funds are at risk during economic downturns when debt repayment becomes challenging. By maintaining a balanced debt-to-income ratio and ensuring that personal financial decisions are not overly dependent on borrowed funds, you can protect yourself from financial turmoil. 5. Potential for a prolonged crisis. The ongoing financial crisis could extend beyond a single year and affect consumer spending and business profitability. Being prepared for a prolonged crisis involves building an emergency fund, reducing discretionary spending, and exploring alternative income streams, enabling you to weather economic uncertainties more effectively. 6. Government's role in the economy. Expanding government jobs might not necessarily lead to improved economic conditions. Focusing on developing skills and expertise in sectors with strong job prospects within the private sector can lead to better income growth and financial stability. 7. Inflationary pressure. During downturns, economic downturns can paradoxically lead to inflation due to government efforts to stimulate economic activity through increased spending and monetary policies. You can consider investing in assets that historically perform well during inflation, such as real estate, commodities, or equities, to potentially preserve and grow your wealth. 8. Inflation in times of economic distress. High inflation historically occurs during periods of economic distress and can erode purchasing power. To counter the impact of inflation, you can invest in assets that have a potential for appreciation over time, explore dividend-paying stocks, and adjust your spending habits to align with inflationary pressures. In contemplating the foreboding assertion that it will be worse than the Great Depression, Peter Schiff's stark warning challenges us to confront the complex web of economic factors that intertwine to shape our financial destiny. As we navigate an era characterized by prolonged low interest rates, unprecedented quantitative easing, and burgeoning debt, this insight serves as a clarion call to vigilance and informed decision-making. While opinions may vary on the magnitude of the impending economic challenges, one undeniable truth remains. The lessons of history stand as powerful guides in our quest for financial security and growth. The echoes of the past, particularly the haunting memories of the Great Depression, compel us to analyze, adapt, and craft strategies that enable us to navigate potential storms. Amid uncertainties, the key takeaway is the imperative of preparation. By maintaining a diversified investment portfolio, managing debt judiciously, building emergency funds, and nurturing skills adaptable to evolving economic landscapes, you can empower yourself to weather even the most challenging of times. The future remains uncertain, but it is within our grasp to learn from the past, equip ourselves with knowledge, and forge ahead with a resilient spirit. Whether the looming economic challenges ultimately rival the Great Depression or take a different course entirely, the readiness to respond decisively and intelligently will stand as our most potent ally in the pursuit of financial well-being. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like this video right now, subscribe to this channel, and hit that bell button for more tips on personal finance. Also, don't forget to check out our videos on simple, easy steps in growing your personal finances and finally gaining financial freedom by clicking the link in the description. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.